ah man, like, am I gonna come up with the best ideas? Because if I don't, I cannot try to have it mine.
Every day after once is you. Every other night I make it comfortable. Then you come around another excuse. Like never ending commas. Can you follow through?
Okay, so second song is On the Low. It's not on purpose that On the Low is after High. My friends were like, oh, you did that on purpose. I'm like, no, it's just the way it happened. But no, On the Low is the second after High because of the way it sounds in the project. I thought that'd be logical. And it's a very eclectic, versatile project, so it was challenging creating this sequencing. On the Low. I love that song. Okay, so this one is actually produced by Kaytranada because it was working that time. Never force anything. And around the same time, he sent me what ended up being High, first episode. Go there if you don't know what I'm talking about. He also sent me a production called L'été va chauffer, which was in French, it means summer's about to be hot. It's very colorful, strong. I love when the productions have a lot of identity, when the songs have a lot of identity. The whole Facets project, to me, is made of songs that I consider to be hits. That's how I like to create. I don't like to do an ambient vibe. Just I listen to that type of music, but it's not as challenging for me as a songwriter. I like to go for a song. You're gonna sing a melody, yay, like very classic in that sense. So I was listening to that beat and I was like, it's all over, but it's so joyful. It's so like intricate the way he does it. Like he's just a genius. Like the thing when you receive something like that and you love it, it's in two times. First time you're like, yes, I got that one. Like it's on my computer, okay? Like I received it. You feel really blessed. And then the second half of you, if you really want to serve the music, the way I said earlier, serve the vision, serve the music, you're like, ah man, like, am I gonna come up with the best ideas? Because if I don't, I cannot push it or try to have it mine. You have to serve the music. If another artist, songwriter comes up with better ideas than you to that amazing production, I mean, that's theirs, you know, good call. You have to be honest with the quality of, in your mind at least, the quality of the ideas you have to the music. So I loved it, but my melodies were not amazing to me. But I tried. I did a bunch of different stuff, very easy, light, again, gibberish, melodies the way I like to do, sent it to him. He was like, yeah, finish it. Like, I need to know more, like, add lyrics to it. I'm trying to understand. So even him, the gibberish wasn't enough, wasn't convincing enough. So I'm like, yeah, I tried and then I gave up and focused on other things. Again, it was in 2019 maybe, like the same folder I was talking about in episode 1. Go back there. Fast forward 2022 or 3, because I love working last minute. I think On the Low is the last song I added on the project. So we were probably even in fall, summer, knowing I had to deliver the project 2-3 weeks later for a release in fall. So it was very last minute. There was a few spots left on the project for me to come, because I knew I wanted to do 10 songs. And what happened is I went to Paris Fashion Week. And that's interesting to me as I'm telling you that, because I'm realizing how artists, like, it's everything can influence a creation. You know, the first episode I was talking about the vacation, that was like that moment, the frequency of that. Now it's the Fashion Week. Why? Because I saw Kaytranada there. After many years, you know, he lives in LA, I'm in Montreal, we had different lives. So I consider him like a cousin at this point, you know. I never see him, but it's kind of like family, and I'm always happy to see him. And he has a special place in my heart because I discovered my talent through his talent when I arrived in Montreal many years ago. I saw him. He was DJing his brother Lou, who's also a great artist. he told me they were there in Paris. I was like, okay, let me, and I was invited to the after party. I had no invitations at Fashion Week at that moment. I was just there to, my sister lives in Paris, so, and I had a lot of work to do in London after that. So I was like, let me go there and see what happens. And I had a lot of fun, actually, because I have great friends that want me there and to have fun. So I'm grateful for that, for the good memories. So yeah, Lou was like, Kaytra's playing, you should come. I did. Danced there, had fun. It was that one moment, that's it. But again, I believe in all the invisible stuff happening. It's spiritual to me, basically, because it was our first time seeing each other in years. And I think something happened there just because I was happy to see him, as simple as that. I saw him for a few hours. Hey, are you good? Da-da-da. Everyone saw, like, also artist Planet Giza from Montreal. So it was like that little group from when I was younger and would go out all the time and was trying to get to know people and make music. It was sweet. Went back to Montreal and I was like, okay, maybe I could. There's so many demos I have of Kaytra on my computer. I want to make music with him. I just saw him. Again, I don't force anything. Every year, people ask me to release an album with him. Every year, because we have 10 songs together and I started with him. And so people ask me, but if it hasn't come naturally, But that time I was like, no, there was like little light of joy. So back to my computer, blah, 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 blah. And L'été va chauffer was still there looking at me like, here I am, your favorite challenge. And I'm like, oh yeah, I love that one, I remember. Again, listen to it. I was here on my desk at home on GarageBand with my dynamic mic. Then I go to a studio to record properly, but that's my equipment. I had the chorus down low right away. And second try, I had the verse in there. I was very happy. Butterflies happening. I knew these were great ideas, great melodies. You can feel it right away. I was like, I hope he's going to like it. But let me not send it to him without the lyrics, just to convince him a little more. We never know, because last time he was like, girl. So I'm like, okay, let me go all the way, go to the studio to present to him the whole vision of what I had in mind. So for the lyrics of that, I contacted Jerome Castille, amazing songwriter, who works with, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Chanel 13, I'm so French sometimes, Chanel 13, Chanel.
Hey, my name is Chanel 13.
Voilà, amazing artist. So I thought of him because, again, I was asking around, Audrey was busy or maybe she didn't have time to jump on that one. And Audrey, she's a woman, she has this sensitivity, and I called her for the first song, Hi, because it was all feminine energy. On the Low is coolness, it's like, it's another side of me. Went to the studio, did my thing, sent it to Rome, and then Rome was like, he gave me feedback with vocal production and told me maybe I could add more ad-libs, and I thought he was right. Got back there, added the ad-libs and stuff, and then sent it to Kaytra. And he loved it. And he was like, yo, I love it. And his enthusiasm was actually bigger than, for example, the original High on the first song, episode 1. And I'm very grateful because he found the time to send me that final version with a little tweak in the production. And he was probably inspired to do so because he probably thought, the music enticed him in that sense. That it's always the music or the vision or the ideas pushing you a little further, even when you feel like you don't have time to work on something. If you love it, you will find the time. So it's, again, if I compare with the first song, I'm glad I stopped there because it wasn't happening this way. So that's how it happened with On The Low. It all started because I saw him. And that's something as artists you can't. Working remotely works, but sometimes you lose the connection or you're just not in sync. Seeing him, at least on my side, was enough to energetically sync myself with him. That's how I see the world, so I'm just gonna talk the way it makes sense to me. But and it all happened fast. And the best ideas to that song, in my opinion, came after that. So that was On The Low.